Good morning, students. This is Asha, your social science teacher. I welcome you today on the fourth lecture of Chapter 1 Civics, the Indian Constitution. Today we'll be discussing in detail the key features of Indian Constitution. And before we do that, let's do a quick recap what we did in previous three lectures. We discuss what exactly Indian Constitution is, what all it defines, what does it contain, and then we discuss why do we need a constitution, why does any country need a constitution to define different powers of political system, type of government, function. All these things we discussed in detail. Then we had a brief look at preamble to our constitution. Preamble is introductory part of our constitution, and we discussed what are the important things which we have highlighted in our preamble. Then we did a case study of Nepal and tried to understand why people are rewriting their constitution, because they already had one constitution and they had a long struggle. They fought to get a democracy back because it was monarchy, democracy, monarchy. There were a lot of power shuffle. We discussed why they are rewriting their constitution. Then we discussed the main function of constitution is to decide political system. So what all these things included in political system? First is choosing the leader. We discuss how important it is, and if we choose a wrong leader, what can happen. That we discussed through a story of a class monitor, Suresh, how he was chosen leader and he misused his power. Then we discussed about domination of majority on minority through a scenario of a class where boys are in majority and girls are in minority. And then we discussed about how constitution save us from ourselves through a story of Shabnam. Till here we are done. Now today we'll start with making of constitution. These are some interesting and important facts which you should know about our constitution. The Constituent Assembly Indian Constitution is a comprehensive document containing 395 articles, 12 schedule, and it is probably the lengthiest constitution of the world. Cabinet mission decided that Constituent Assembly should frame the constitution. I'll explain you about the cabinet mission as well. Members of Constituent Assembly were elected by provincial elections, and Constituent Assembly was established in July 1946. The Constituent Assembly consisted of 389 members. So children, you know India got independence after a long struggle. And after World War II, 1945, Britain had a change in power and they had a new Prime Minister, David Attlee, who decided that all the countries which are colonies to Britain, most of them would be released. They will be set free. So India was among them, which was about to be set free. So transfer of power from Britain to India, how it should be done. For that, he sent a cabinet mission to India. Cabinet mission came to India and decided if we are transferring a power, the main thing should be constitution should be written first, and the constitution writing work should be handed over to Constituent Assembly. And for that, Constituent Assembly was formed. Constituent Assembly was formed by the election, provincial, like you have a general election all over India. At that time, India was divided into 14 provinces. Right now we have 28 states. So these 14 provinces general election held, and the members who were elected, they were called the members of Constituent Assembly. They were 389 in number, and they started writing our constitution. So these Constituent Assembly members took 2 years, 11 months and 18 days to frame the constitution. Dr. Rajendra Prasad was elected as the president of the Constituent Assembly, and the B.R. Ambedkar was the chairman of drafting committee. Rajendra Prasad was the permanent chairman of Constituent Assembly, and he went on to become the president of India, and he is the only man who became twice the president of India. Constitution of India was enacted and adopted by Constituent Assembly on 26th November 1949, and the Constitution came in force on 26th January. So it was adopted and enacted on 26th November. So children, on 26th November we celebrate as Constitution Day every year, and 26th January it came into force, so that day is celebrated as Republic Day. So when it was completed, enacted, why on 26th November, why did they choose 26th January? To remember the date, in 26th January 1930, Congress celebrated as Independence Day. So to mark or remember that particular day, they made that constitution should come in force on that day. From that day, India became a republic and we got our president. And first president in 1950, Rajendra Prasad. 1947, India got independence. 1947 to 1950, we did not have a president. We had a viceroy. Lord Mountbatten was the last viceroy who left India in 47 once India got independent. Then we got first and the last viceroy who was Indian, C. Rajagopalachari. C. Rajagopalachari was the first Indian viceroy and also the last Indian viceroy. He was the viceroy for the interim period till our constitution was written and we became republic. For those 2 to 3 years time frame, he was the viceroy. Okay, so these are some interesting and amazing things about our constitution. Let's now discuss about the key features of Indian constitution. So there are many key features, but we are going to mainly concentrate on these 5 key features. First is federalism. Second is parliamentary form of government. Third is separation of power. Fourth, fundamental rights. And fifth, secularism. So we'll discuss each of them one by one. Let's discuss federalism. So children, federalism refers to the existence of more than one level of government in country. Here we have only one level, more than one level. And there is a distribution of power between center and the state. Power is divided. Like you must have heard about unitary government, where is only one level of government. Like Britain, there is a prime minister who manages whole of Great Britain. And in India, we have a federal system. Power is divided into state and center. Center level, you have central government, which are governed by prime minister and president. And at state level, you have a chief minister and a governor, right? So in this way, powers are divided in federal government. Powers are divided at 2 levels. There is one more level where power is divided. It's the third tier, which is Panchayati Raj, or we call it as a local government, which you must have studied in grade 6, the local government, the Panchayati Raj system. Our constitution contains list that details the issue that each tier can make law on. So in our constitution, it is clearly defined on what topic a law can be made, like union list, state list and concurrent list. Union list includes all the topics on which central government can make law, like your defense, your external affairs. There are many topics which come under central government. Central government can only make laws on those subjects. And the state list, there are many subjects on which state government can make law, like your health, infrastructure, education. All this come under state list. Third list is the concurrent list. It is a list of items present in the here on which both center and state can make law. Whatever items are present, like marriage and matrimonial things, on that center also can make law, state also can make law. But suppose on a particular topic both have made laws, state government as well as central government, then central government law prevails. Be clear, if on a particular there is a topic in concurrent list and both central government and state government both have made laws, in that scenario the law made by central government will prevail. Okay, so I hope you all are clear with federalism. So children, that's all for today's lecture, and tomorrow's lecture will discuss about the remaining key features of parliamentary form of government of our constitution, like parliamentary form of government, fundamental rights and duty, and then secularism. So we'll be discussing all remaining 4 principles in tomorrow's lecture. Thank you.